Welcome to Geek of the Week.
Go for it.
We're doing a bit of a retitling because we're going to be on Podbean because we've got making our own little podcast show. We're also going to attempt to put it on YouTube, so this could be the first time on YouTube as well. And as Stanley says,
Excelsior.
Everyone. Well, he's paraphrasing really. He says, every comic is someone's first comic. So every radio show is someone's first radio show. So. Welcome.
We're taking your radio show virginities.
Yeah. And your Geek of the Week virginities, which, geeky virginities are, they're the strongest virginities. Welcome to Geek of the Week. This is going to be week one. We're rebranding, it's a cool thing to do. This is our rebirth.
We bought new rights.
This is our rebirth. This is our legacy.
We bought Fox, we bought Sony, we bought DC, we bought Warner Brothers.
No, we bought a fox, just a pet fox. We're like, if everyone's doing this, why not join in the gang?
I have a Sony phone.
Oh, there we go. Almost bought into Sony then.
Yeah.
I tell you, Sony's going that bankrupt that just buying their phone. It's like, here's our company. Rambling aside,
we don't actually want to talk about films, do we?
No, rambling aside, this is the official show of Aberystwyth Cartoons and Comic Society. I say that as the president. I think that's pretty.
I think you're allowed.
Pretty okay to say, right? Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, no.
I'm very good at negotiating with myself. I do find that. And this week we are sponsored by.
Well, sorry, I was logging tracks. Charles Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. Yes, if you have a child that's that has developed special abilities and you need to send them to manifest these abilities and to train these abilities, send them to a place nonetheless where Charles Xavier can teach them. You will meet mutants that share your special abilities and that will help you to develop these skills, and you'll become a member of a very special valued team.
Yes. And where is this based in?
Westchester.
Hey.
God damn, I read X-Men comics.
I know.
I'm so proud.
I was like, he's going to say the location at some point. He's just going to be like,
send him there
otherwise he's just going to be like, oh, this sounds like a great school, but where do I send my kid?
Well,
I'll just throw him going, I was told to look for a school with a bald guy in a wheelchair. And
to diverse, in the comics, Charles Xavier dies, I suppose, but
Jean Grey's
they go Jean Grey's school for higher learning, and then I think they change it to, I think it's Aurora Monroe's, and then it becomes Katie's, and there's a bunch of people whose school it's actually been. So,
but right now it's Charles.
Right now,
they're the ones. They're the ones giving us the pretend money in our heads.
We're going to go back. We are going to be talking about a lot of films that are going to be coming up in 2018.
Yeah, so basically, the way this show's going to run is we've got a section for film, we've got a section for TV, we've got a section for comics, and we've got a section for video games. If you've listened to us before, welcome back. We're now introducing a comic in video games part of the show.
Because we've got more money.
Again, if this is your first thing, you don't really need to know that we didn't do that in the past. Just pretend like we always did, or pretend like this is the first show ever, because that's how most people like to think with rebrandings. Just the best way to be. Or reboots. We're
going to be talking about a lot that's coming out in 2018.
This is like the 2018 show, even though it's a month in. But it's the 2018 show.
We're premature.
It's the 20. We're the opposite.
Oh, no,
we're too late. We'll just be like, she's been and gone. She's like, I'm bored now, and I'm like, don't worry, I'll get there eventually. So we're going to run down basically 28. This is a film section now. We're basically going to run over 2018.
I know we didn't plan
individual
this,
little films,
but we will be breaking it up with songs, right? Because I feel as though I got to do something on this side of the table.
Yeah,
cool.
Of course.
I'll give you the nod that no one can see.
Shout out. We have a
we have chat. We got Heather, Cactus, Rin. Hello. If you're listening, whoever's listening in, drop some mail in the chat. We'll try and get through all of you. If you're listening, you have any opinions, drop them in. We'll chat. We'll be talking to you throughout. We call it this the Gary board. Hopefully he's listening because he's our good friend Gary, and he is our basically fact checker.
He's a fan of the chat board.
Yeah.
If you're not listening to this live, this is an incentive to do so.
Yeah.
Because there's a chat board. But if not, you can leave us a comment.
Or drop some mail. Drop some mail.
Or drop us, yeah. Or
say
maybe not.
Good.
Yeah. Just like, oh, well done.
Fraser won't respond. I might.
Yeah.
Because I'll be sat next to it.
So the first film in 2018,
First film 2018.
very recently, that we're going to talk about is Black Panther.
I am not going to do any of the Wakandan accents. I will just say Wakanda forever.
That's good. Yeah, don't want to offend people.
No. When you were saying about Chadwick Boseman the other day, how he set the limit for all the...
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. So this is a cool story. So basically, because he's his appearance in Civil War was the first, Wakandan character. And basically, he made the Wakandan movie accent. So basically, everyone else in this film has had to replicate that accent. It's sort of similar to what they did in Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot. She made the Amazonian accent, and now they've had to do the exact same thing, which is it's really cool because I think it's gonna be what Wonder Woman was last year. It's gonna be a cultural phenomenon. Like it's bringing people like people who haven't been as well represented in Hollywood to the forefront, which I think is incredible.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazeballs, 1 being nah. How excited are you for Black Panther?
I'll go 10.
Oh yeah, a good 10 as well.
10.
Because there's certain things that I want to know and I want to find out that I can only find out by watching Black Panther. And I want to see Chadwick Boseman tear up Andy Serkis and Michael B. Jordan. It's going to be so amazing.
It looks incredible.
We won't spoil Black Panther because we have no spoilers. Because it's like that, so we're all good.
We can't see it. But we can't spoil any of these films.
We can't. Yeah, no, we know.
Which is a good way to start.
That's
a great way to start. There's been 2 incredible stories to this Black Panther film recently. So Octavia Spencer. Incredible actress in her own right. She bought out, so she's watching the film in Mississippi or Missouri, or potentially both. Maybe she just wants to roam around, but she's actually bought like a block of tickets in cinemas so that underprivileged people can go see the film, and for some of them go see themselves represented on the screen for the first time. And I think that's really cool. And there's also been this thing in Chicago where it's a fund, it's like a charity fund to again do the same thing. This school in Chicago, they're all going to be able to see the film because people have raised money for this, and it's incredible. But there was this video of all the kids, and it's so beautiful. They're all dancing and cheering in the schoolyard because they're gonna in the school hall because they're gonna get to see it.
I've seen clips of the films and things that no spoilers. Obviously, I've seen clips of it. I've seen things that Black Panther's sister will be influencing, and I've seen what Chadwick Boseman. I haven't seen any Michael B. Jordan, but all the reviewers that I've been watching and things like that give it 100%, and it's on Rotten Tomatoes is basically 100%.
Yeah.
And it just looks fantastic.
Big praise for Michael B. Jordan as well, saying he's one of the top villains.
Of the MCU, in fact.
Of the MCU, which is pretty good. I think Phase 3 have had incredible villains, to be fair. They're sort of working on the Marvel villain problem. Villain in quotation marks. Problem.
I bought the other day. I bought the
in quotations.
The Black Panther prelude comics from Marvel. I haven't had a read of them yet, but I will do because they look really interesting.
Just to see
what Black Panther was up to during Civil War and this one.
After,
it looks really cool.
No, it does look cool. There's
Did you want to go to a second?
There's been a bit of hate on the internet. I don't know if we want to talk about it too much, but it's
our first show. It's positivity vibes.
Yeah, positive vibes. But luckily, that's been all shut down. Facebook arrived. If anyone, if we could talk about it in future, if we're feeling like you know what, we need to talk about these idiots.
We'll talk about it when it comes out.
But yeah, so the next film is... Oh, by the way, guys, just to say this, if you have any opinions on the chat room, we're going to address them all, hopefully, at the end, and be like, this person said this person
we'll try and get them out.
We'll have a chat board, section, it'll be cool. The next film, which I'm really surprised comes out in March, but, really excited for, is Wreck-It Ralph 2.
I had no idea this comes... You told me this on the way up here, and I was
like, this comes out in March, and I was like, it's before Ready Player One. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's madness. But I'm really looking forward to because it's Ralph Breaks the Internet. It promises to be all the good things that the Emoji Movie could have been without all the trash it was. What do you think of the first film?
Wreck-It Ralph, do you know what? I watched the first film. God, what month is it? It's February. I watched the first film in last January.
Nice.
I was a late bloomer to Wreck-It Ralph. I loved it. Obviously, it was fantastic, and I love the plot twist in quotations. And I loved what they did with it, and I love the characters that they built up in it. And I'm excited to see where they go with that. And I'm excited to see the worlds that they built up. Also, the worlds they already included, like Pac-Man and things like that.
And see how it translates to the internet.
The retro-ness of it all.
Yeah, because it's all very nostalgic in that, and then now bringing it to modern day would be really cool. So
it is gonna just trump the Emoji Movie so hard.
Wreck-It Ralph for me was again. again, I was a bit of a sleeper on it. I sort of watched it on the wonders of Netflix. You know, when you just literally, it's a late night thing. I was in the living room. I wanted to sleep, and I was like, I'll just put a film on and sleep. And I was like, Wreck-It Ralph, I'll put that on. Suffice to say, I didn't sleep. I was very emotional. I was like in tears, crying. It broke me. I was like, I did not expect this from a film with Sarah Silverman in. I was like, be honest, I'm a massive fan of. Used to be a massive fan of Sarah Silverman's comedy stuff, like a comedy show. But then this film like destroyed me. I was like, oh my goodness, this is. It was magical. I'm looking forward to the second one as well. Speaking of. I was going to say video games and video things.
Okay. Because this film, has a special place in my heart.
The next film we're going to be talking about, again in March. March, pretty packed. Because it's literally, this is like February, March. Like, we're moving on, and it's like, all the months are jam-packed, which is incredible. But also, like, wow, that's a lot to spend at the cinema. The next film is Ready Player One, based off the novel.
I'm going to cry, genuinely.
Based off a book.
Last year I had the book for Christmas, and this is probably the quickest I've ever read a book, and I read it in 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks actually. And it was as much like the book was great and things like that. Like there were problems with it, but my God, seeing the trailer, this film is gonna give me so much joy.
The trailer looks incredible. Like you can talk about the book and you can talk about the trailer sort of separately because the trailer is just Steven Spielberg going back to like. Magical blockbuster spectacle cinema, and it's incredible to see because like most of I'll be honest, one criticism this book gets a lot of, and I sort of like I'm listening to it on Audible. Shout out! Sponsor, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, I wish the amount of bloody free credits I've accidentally got. I was like, no, I forgot to cancel. There's another audiobook down. I've been listening to this. Will Wheaton does the like voice for it and stuff like that. I've lost my train of thought. What did you say about? Steven Spielberg. Spectacle. Just seeing like too many references. Like there are points in it where it's just like. Reference. You know this. Hey, you know this.
DeLorean.
And it's really awkward when you don't know and you're like, no, I'm sorry, I don't.
Iron Giant, Power Rangers.
No, but that's the thing. Like, on screen, it looks incredible. Like, these references, because it's not just someone describing it going, and he had a from this series.
Yeah.
It's you actually see it and you go, wow, that's cool.
I had the same thing when I was reading.
Like, visually.
It was a bunch of like giant robots and things like that, and I didn't know...
because a load of them like from animes. There's some deep because we had a conversation. Some of them are like this is like super nerdy, like deep, super like. There's a lot of D&D talk, and I was a bit like, okay.
I mean, even I was gone on some of it, so
I was like, hope this isn't in the film because.
Well, it was.
But then I was like, okay, it sort of builds into the character of Holiday,
Love it.
and. The main character, Wade.
Oh God, Wade Wilson. Yeah, Wade Watts.
No, Wade Watts. Yeah, not Wade Wilson. That's coming up later. But no, it's pretty cool. Ready Player One. If you're interested to know a bit, basically this guy James Holiday, giant nerd. When he was younger, he was obsessed with D&D, and then he became like a video game maker. He makes this thing called the Oasis, which is basically a virtual reality thing. He's basically like Steve Jobs, but like
VR,
to the extreme, like makes a whole entire virtual world which people escape to.
Can we have a little button on this? Because I know we got Jazzy here. Can we have a button of just our voices, both in unison, going to the extreme?
To the extreme. I know, we mess about with them. To the extreme. But he passes away, and like the whole thing, he makes this Easter egg where people have got to go find it, and that's Wade's journey. Like he's got to go do all that stuff, and it's really cool because both are nerds, and this guy's not even a nerd for like pop culture. This guy's a nerd for him. No, for him. Just I'm obsessed with him. he liked this show and this show, so I watched this show 500 times just because this guy liked it. It was like,
I read the book
deep.
and I saw the trailer in the cinema. Obviously, I saw it online as well, and I was nearly tearing up just because it looks fantastic and it looks amazing.
They're
and I
doing
cannot
more
wait.
as well, accessible. I think nostalgia, because a lot of some of the stuff I was like, okay, not
Goes over your head.
everyone's gonna know this.
Because they put in an Overwatch character, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. So like they've made it so like, okay, we're still using that nostalgia factor, but we're doing stuff more people will know. Because I think, the author's a giant nerd. Like he's got a whole book called like
the
Living of Ernest. Of Perks of Being Earnest or whatever. Because he's just he's basically the Wade or the Holiday character. So. It'd be cool. I know you want to play.
It's like
I
think we've got.
You know what's hilarious? You can't see because obviously it's not recording.
God, damn.
But you just see like Jacob like getting closer and closer, just like itching. I just want to play a song.
I know it's because
I just want to play a
song. People get bored
song.
of us talking for like 20 minutes straight about what Black Panther and Wreck-It Ralph. So I'm just like, if we break them up, we could look interesting. Okay.
We back, y'all.
Hello, welcome back to Geek of the Week. Wednesdays, not Mondays, 8 till 10. Wednesdays now.
8 till 10 p.m. UK time.
Oh, God.
There you go.
So we're talking about movies that are coming out in 2018. We've gotten past March. We are now into April, ?
Actually, it might still be March.
Oh,
there's
still
a
in March?
possibility. We're in April.
Okay. So there's
the next film up on the list is Pacific Rim Uprising.
Oh, I forgot
specifically.
About this film. Yeah. Specifically Rim.
Specifically Rim. Specifically Uprising.
What?
To be fair, the only reason I think this film's like getting a buzz is because John Boyega is in it. I was like, he's in another film that's not Star Wars.
Idris Elba's son. He plays Idris Elba's son.
I know.
Not IRL.
No.
Not IRL.
No.
No. Don't do this to me. Don't you dare do this to me.
IRL. Who are you?
I mean, are you looking forward to it?
I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen any of them. So like...
Wait, no, you've seen the one.
Oh, is it just one?
I tell you, right, okay. I can fully confess and admit on air what I did with the Pacific Rim first film. I watched the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Got bored. Skipped to the end. Saw the last 20 minutes.
Robot fight.
Saw the giant robot fights. No, I tell you what, skipped to was I saw the bit where Idris Elba goes, "Today we are cancelling the apocalypse." Skipped that bit. Skipped to the 20-minute robot fight scene. Saw him get the sword out. Saw some cool stuff. And then
that's all I need to see.
And now I'm ready to see Uprising.
It'd be so cool if they did like because the only thing that would really intrigue me with this and like any film this sort of like this, like Transformers or something, is if they just mashed them all together. Like one last final hurdle, they just went, let's just go crazy.
What do you mean mash all the like?
Literally
robots?
like this G.I. Joe, Pacific Rim. Throw them all in,
Black,
Dinobots.
21st
Oh,
Street.
no. Keep Men in Black out of it. I'm just talking about like big, huge robots and crazy stuff. And G.I. Joe being like, we have to do it.
Alright, so we both decided we're not excited.
No, I just thought I'd mention it because someone out there might be interested. And also, it's a cool thing to talk about John Boyega.
What's the second film on the
next film? Again, this is sort of like a... is Rampage, which I'm kind of looking forward to because The Rock can just be in anything and I'd probably watch it. Which is the case for most people, evidently, if you just look how much his films make. But yeah, this is based off a video game.
Is it? Oh, it is,
video
isn't
game,
it?
yeah.
God damn.
But actually, I watched the trailer and I was like, actually, this is not as trashy as I thought it was going to be. It's kind of, he's got this relationship with this gorilla, and it's kind of nice. And the CGI for the gorilla is really cool. It's sort of like,
Honestly,
you can tell it's been influenced by Planet of the Apes.
I was going to say, after Planet of the Apes, nobody has any excuse to do bad CGI.
To do bad, of an ape.
It's
it's already there. The templates are there.
I care less about this film than I do about Pacific Rim.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I'll be honest, probably won't watch it in the cinema. I'll probably watch it if it was if someone was like, hey, do you want to go watch Rampage?
Nope.
Yeah, do you want to come over mine and watch Rampage? It's like, yeah, sure, why not? Because it's the same, it's the director who did San Andreas with The Rock. Yeah. So, they've got a partnership. But I think it's mental because that Skyscraper film as well, I've not put it down, but that's another film he's doing, and I'm just like, mate, The Rock's so busy. He's doing films people actually know are out, and then he's doing films like this, which barely any people know that are out. and he's working out and he's doing other stuff he does. He's a very busy man, and yeah, it's just a little shine of light on Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's now producer of Shazam as well, executive producer.
Yeah. Cool. Can we talk about the?
This is the build. Yeah, see, this is the build up. This is the build up because
the coolest film of 2018, probably.
Probably
in May. There's a little.
Oh no, not in May. It's
April
in April for the UK. Yeah, America. What you gonna do, bruv? That's what I thought. Yeah, nothing and like it. Yeah, in April for us, we get Avengers: Infinity War.
We do, and it's gonna be so good. Like we don't at this point. I don't know what to say about it that hasn't already been said. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be Avengers: Infinity War is going to be great.
It's the culmination of like something they've been building to for 10 whole years, which is impressive in itself. Like the first Avengers movie, it was like, oh my goodness, they've been building this to it for within 5 or 6 films. Wow, amazing! This is like a whole universe building towards one. Like it's nothing ever been done like this in cinema, apart from maybe Kevin Smith's View Skewerverse. But that ended with Jay and Silent Bob's movie, which is a great film. But this is like the next level. Like it looks so cool. Like personally for me, I think there's something for everyone as well. Like if there's a character you've identified with Marvel, they're in this. There's a moment for you. Like there's stuff with Spider-Man there. I'm like, like seeing the trailer, like his hair's going up. I was like, that's the Spidey shirt.
That gets everyone. The Doctor Strange, the shields go up.
Doctor Strange,
the Guardians and Thor. You get
that man a shield.
Get that man. Evacuate the city. Raise all defenses and get this man a shield.
Like there's so much cool things you can talk about because like everyone's getting their own character developments as well. Because Captain America is not really Captain America more. He's like Nomad. He's not wearing the star symbol anymore. There's that cool thing as well that Red Skull talks about.
I've seen your future. There are no flags. There are no stripes. There are no colors. And then it's Cap running into battle with no stripes, no colors.
This is what it's talking about. This culmination. They built these little things in throughout each film that it goes right over your head until like you think of it all coming together. And you're like, oh my goodness, these guys. That Kevin Feige is a genius. He's just. What?
No.
How does his brain come?
Kevin Feige, also the Russo brothers, because however they've managed to do this.
Yeah, Russo brothers. No, it's all about Kevin Feige. I'm gonna say Russo brothers. Yeah, fair play. Civil War and Winter Soldier, good. But like Kevin Feige, man, he's been pulling these strings. Also, he's the one who got them in as well.
A question to tease you. Also, like talk about for a bit because we didn't talk about Rampage or Pacific Rim, where the fridge is the Soul Stone.
In the fridge of Wakanda.
It's going to be in
No, because that's where one of the main battles is happening there, so everyone reckons it's going to be there.
Yeah, but we still got to find the Soul
I reckon
Stone.
It'd be a good one, because then that could explain how Wakanda is so well developed and...
Also, for those of you who know me as a very, very shouty Welsh man, I swear I'm trying to contain it, but as soon as it hits 9 o'clock, we're on till 10, and then I get to shout and swear.
Yeah, this is a tame version.
Honestly,
is a tamed hour.
It's hurting me.
And then it's going to be like, coming out. There's going to be cussing everywhere. Don't worry, guys. I'm keeping this I'm keeping this sugar honey iced tea PG.
We are keeping an eye on the chat. Don't worry. It
is happening. Right, go on. Well, let's stop getting distracted. Let's keep talking about Infinity War because this is what we should be distracted on.
Didn't they move?
Because there's also as well Hawkeye's going into Ronin, which is really cool. Here's a little tidbit. I've said this to you every time we've discussed this, but here's a little tidbit for everyone else. So the Ronin character was created by Brian Michael Bendis, and it was supposed to be this big like shock of who this character is going to be. But loads of fans guessed already that it was going to be Daredevil. I was like, it's Daredevil, like after the first issue, and he was like, no, it's not. And he made it this, like, I can't remember who it was, but he made it this female character. The character clearly had a bulge, but he like retconned it. He was like, no, it's this female character. And then eventually Hawkeye gets the mantle of Ronin. But I just think that's a nice little tidbit of information. So when someone talks to you about Hawkeye, and you're like, I know nothing about Hawkeye, you can use that bit of information.
Originally, they were going to have Avengers Infinity War in America, obviously, come out on May the 4th. But obviously, all the Star Wars fans, I might burp. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
This is the R-rated version. All the Star Wars fans came out and were like, no, can't have that.
See, remember that idea for later, because when we talk about a film later on, I'm going to be like, if it's going to be released in May, why is it not released on May the 4th?
Yeah.
Little foreshadowing there for you guys. Yeah, Spider-Man as well. Oh, amazing. The latest, because we've got a little Super Bowl thing, most of these got trailers very recently, so it's very convenient that we're talking about them all. I love that the crossover of like Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy. Like we saw Doctor Strange, Tony, and Spidey. Again, just them three characters being together is incredible enough, but they were on the Milano, like the Guardians of the Galaxy ship, and you're like, oh, that's cool. Then seeing Thor on this ship in the previous trailer, it's like, it's all coming together, guys.
All the Super Bowl one was just the was just character profiles. Like, I watched it in the morning, and when I woke up, and was just like, it's just character profiles. Where the fridge is the action?
Oh, no, I lapped it up. Because it was just the fact that we're going to see all these characters on screen is going to be phenomenal.
Yaz raised a good point. Sorry, it is to do with Infinity War. Ant-Man and the Wasp will be before Infinity War. We are going to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp. It is coming up.
This is in order.
It is.
This is well in order.
Do you want to go to the second one?
So basically, if we haven't talked about a film yet, we're going to. Don't worry. Speaking of which, we'll talk about
got a trailer today.
Something that got a trailer today.
Deadpool 2. Oh, I get to release my worries.
I really wish that I knew another film's trailer that came out, because I didn't go, oh, it was It was Mamma Mia 2.
Actually,
Mamma Mia 2 didn't get a trailer out today, but
Deadpool 2. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a little rampage. For those of you who've been listening to the show, for those of you who know me,
the Dwayne Johnson kind of rampage.
For those of you listening, for those who know me, I love and adore Cable. I adore the character Cable. He's very cool. He's one of my favorites. But I was very worried on how they were going to portray him in Deadpool, and I've had a lot of concerns, and you can talk to me afterwards about how my opinions on Cable. But the Deadpool trailer today came out, and I was very happy. I'm still a bit concerned. I'm still a bit like, oh, they might be not modernizing him, but they might be making him stranger, and they might be making him weirder, and they might be making him essentially like a dad. And I don't want that to happen. But it's
apart from he is a dad.
But no, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. No, he's not. No, that's the thing. I'm gonna. I'm
joking.
Play Coldplay.
He's got a dad-like relationship with Hope.
Yeah. But I'm reassured.
Not the
now.
Concept of Hope.
No, there's a character called Hope.
A child called Hope.
But I'm excited. I saw this today.
That would be that's such a Star Wars thing. Like, I am a father figure of hope. Sorry, you were carrying on.
I'm excited to see this film. It came out. Obviously, it's going to be hilariously funny. The jokes that they crack. What was it? The mustache line. The mustache. We can't even edit this out.
Because it's a green. It's like, come on, guys. It's not hard. It's a metal arm. It's not like we're trying to replace a mustache.
Which we'll talk about later.
Brilliant. No, that was incredible. Personally, I liked this because we got a trailer a while back. And there was like a little tidbit of Cable, but this was a Cable trailer. This was a trailer for Cable, and it was incredible. And then just seeing Deadpool interject, because the Cable stuff was quite serious. It's like, oh wow, interesting. And then suddenly, and then fucking Deadpool comes in, and it's like, incredible, hilarious, brilliant. And he does the bit with the arm, then he does the Toy Story gag, and it's hilarious when he goes, you're much bigger and then he gets stopped because obviously Josh Brolin's playing both Thanos and Cable. He's going to have a great May. He's going to be like, hey.
He's going to be rolling in it.
He can do a double feature and watch himself twice in the cinema.
Would you like to go to a little break?
I imagine you do.
All right. I'm just going to quickly shout out some of the people in the chat because I know. Just quickly.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Heather. We swear you're reading it all. And hi, Kat and Yaz. We swear we're reading it all. We just have to get through a ton. And we've only got 2 hours. And God knows we can rant on for goddamn ages.
To be fair, we could do like a whole section.
We could,
on comics.
Honestly, I'm looking at the amount of films we've got in front of us.
To be fair, I reckon we'll plow through that. I believe in us. Because there's some films I'm just going to be like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like Rampant, yeah. So we're talking about films coming out in 2018. We've got a bunch of films coming up. Hello to everybody in the chat. Hello to everybody that's listening. We love you all. You are listening into a very angry Welshman and a very chill Mancunian.
Oh, thanks, mate. I'd take that as that might be my new Insta bio. Very chilled Mancunian. Next film on the list, from a galaxy far, far away.
Yes,
is Solo, a Star Wars story, a solo film in the That's what I love about these like Star Wars stories. Like Rogue One was like, it's a Rogue One from the films. This one, it's a Solo one from the films. It's like, hey, double meanings.
What do they call it? What, a Kenobi story? A Kenobi from the film.
a one film. A one film. Only one.
I cannot wait for Solo. I've seen the trailers. Right, I understand the controversy, and I understand why he doesn't look like him. It's going to be terrible. No, it's just.
I feel like you've had a conversation with a very certain someone who said that to you.
I have had many conversations with many different people.
Really, that have all said that.
I've had about 3 different conversations saying that they don't look like him. That the Alden doesn't look like him. I've had different conversations with people saying that.
It was so simple.
That, yeah. Worse. I've had many people saying that he can't act. I've had many people saying that he isn't Solo. I've had many people saying that the film is going to flop. And I've had many people saying that they haven't marketed it right. Just so much controversy and so much criticism of this film. And then the trailer came out, and then all those worries for me went away.
Well, that's that's the thing, like, because we were there's a lot of rumors going around that like they got rid of the Lord and Miller because they were, apparently doing too much ad lib. Then apparently it came around that like, no, this Alden Ehrenreich can't ad lib, and then later on it was like, no, apparently he just can't act. So there's a bit of worries with that. There was worries there wasn't trailers, and it's coming out in May, and it's like, there was so much going on. But then they released like 2 killer trailers, and it all just sort of. It just puts you at ease, and again, in the Star Wars like theme and mythos of it all, it gave us all hope, for this film. Like,
every just to bring it up, everybody is saying one thing. Everybody's all in one collective unison about this film. Is that Childish Gambino as Lando is smooth and looks absolutely.
You know what's hilarious
phenomenal.
though? Like everyone's complaining like, oh, he doesn't like the guy doesn't look like Han Solo. Like, when you think about it, Donald Glover doesn't look that much like Billy D. Williams, but no one's saying anything.
Yeah.
Like, is that just because, because everyone's obsessed with, like, I think it's Harrison Ford, really. Everyone's obsessed, like, no, it's got to be him. But there's this guy, really famous on YouTube, who can do an incredible impression of Harrison Ford. But that's not what you need in this film.
Yeah.
You need someone to portray Han Solo. Han Solo is not Harrison Ford. Han Solo is
I was saying today, the bit in the trailer where he goes,
Han Solo doesn't play Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford plays Han Solo.
The bit in the trailer where he goes, it's fine. I thought we were dead for a moment there, but we're fine. It's fine. That is
a callback as well to I think it's A New Hope. When he's on the intercom and goes, everything's fine.
That was literally just what I was about to say. I was about to go, is the bit where he goes,
mate.
Was a boring conversation anyway.
Yeah.
And shoots it. That's literally that. That's that exact, and that's.
I thought we were intro. No, we're fine.
Or the bit where he goes, or the bit where the Kira, Emilia Clarke's character, comes up to him and goes, "I know exactly what you are."
Yeah, and we both said it as soon as we watched it. Scoundrel.
We literally both looked at each other and went, "Scoundrel," because that is the bit in Empire Strikes Back where he's got Leia's hands, and he goes, "I like nice men. Oh, I happen to be nice men." And was it? No, you're a scoundrel. That's that scene,
it is.
and it's so good, and I cannot wait.
Like for the Star Wars, like sort of like legacy and like bringing it around, like for the canon, it's brilliant, and it's a great way to tell like the Legends stories, because in Legends he like his origin was, he's worked with the Imperials, that's why I know so much about him. Then he like went away from it all, and I love like the little bits you get when we see him join it, and he's like, I want to be the best pilot in the world, best pilot in the galaxy, and then he goes, they didn't like me because I had a personality or whatever, and I was like, that's cool. Like those little tidbits are cool. The one weird thing was in the trailer was like he looked totally different from the first shot to the end shot, and I was like, that looks really weird. But like, I'm okay with it. I'm willing to accept that this guy is Han Solo. I'm willing to accept that Donald Glover is Lando Calrissian, and I'm willing to accept that this new guy is Chewbacca. Now, I'll be honest, that's the hardest one. I mean, jeez,
a new bloody Chewbacca.
Yeah.
It's set because I know it's set before. It's set between. It's like I think it's 10 years before.
Yeah, 10 or 15 years before A New Hope, which is like a breathable time as well. Like a lot of people change in 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. I was gonna say, but you could turn into Harrison Ford in that time.
Exactly. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Do we want to talk about
I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to. No, Han Solo. Good times. They are not forgotten.
Good stuff. Don't worry, people. Han Solo's gonna be great. The second film on the list.
Speaking of people who were trying to. People were trying to replace Harrison Ford with. Chris Pratt's got a film out. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, this has had 2 trailers. The first trailer, people were like, oh, sorry, guys, as well. I found a pen, so if you're clicking noises,
God
that's definitely
damn
me.
it.
I'm going to put it away because that might be distracting and annoying.
Might buy you a fidget spinner.
Oh, spinning around.
If you buy me, if I buy you a fidget spinner, you buy me a punch bag.
Stress ball.
Stress ball, yeah.
I feel like they're cheaper and
just
more,
rip it in
and you
pieces.
can take it apart. You can take it anywhere with you then.
Play some Lego on.
Yeah, Jurassic World, like the first trailer. Seeing Jeff Goldblum, I was like, oh, this is incredible. And same thing, life finds a way. I was like, this is what. But everyone was like, oh, it looks terrible. Oh, they're just escaping from the island. It was like, and then they had to backtrack and say, oh no, that's the beginning part of the film. And then this second trailer, the Super Bowl trailer, reinforced that idea of, no, don't worry, that's a beginning part of the film, which looks like an incredible beginning, like all these dinosaurs running away from this island, and then it comes into,
life.
It comes into,
Sorry.
like the rest of the world, the dinosaurs interact with civilization. They're off their island, and stuff's going crazy. But it's a nice little follow-on to Jurassic World, which is a film I really enjoyed. The dude who plays Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio's character, he was up to some mischief, and now it looks like it's going to pay off. But this looks like a better version than The Lost World. This looks like a better sequel than Jurassic Park 2 is going to be, but it's got like a similar idea. There is a new kid in there who's kind of annoying. He makes this weird noise, but like the Jurassic Park / World films are known for annoying kids, so... it makes you feel a little less guilty if they're being chased. Like, if they don't make this out, I'm kind of not feeling 100% bad. But yeah, I'm down for it, man. It looks cool. Like, Jurassic, go crazy.
I can't say much about it. As much as I love the first one, I am hyped for it, but I'm more hyped for other films on this list.
I'll definitely, see, the thing is, this is the kind of year where, having one of those, Cinepasses from, Cineworld or Odeon would be incredible. Because that's what it's getting more and more like. There's almost every month now jam-packed with stuff you can see. But the next film is going to talk about nostalgic and waiting ages for a sequel. We are going to be talking about Incredibles 2. Yeah, that comes out this year, guys.
I know.
Amazing. I know all the memes, on Facebook. You're going to be beating around the kid, pushing the kids away. You're going to be sat front row going, get away from me.
Like a mum on Facebook. I have a little bit of, not trivia, but do you know why the baby is called Jack?
Jack. No.
Because he has different powers, meaning he's the jack of all trades.
Ah, that's cool.
Hey,
nice little bit of tidbit information. See, I get an education here.
I found that out. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty.
That's pretty cool. I loved his stuff with Syndrome.
Yeah,
at the end of the film, that's really cool. And seeing him go into best Franklin Richards, really. Best Fantastic Four film.
The universe creator.
Yeah, Fantastic Four that's finally getting a sequel.
We have to give a shout out.
Gary's joined.
Gary's in the chat board.
The chat board is now...
Our fact checker is here.
The Gary board is now alive.
We have the fact checker in, Rusty fact checker.
Incredibles. The trailer that came out, amazing. There's not much you can say really. It's just everyone's been looking forward to this. They set up the sequel in the other film, but then I'm not sure if it's going to lead on straight to that because they did a sort of video game tie-in. Enter the Mole Man. I used to love. Did you ever play the video game?
No, I didn't. No, I saw it. Didn't play it though.
My obsession was to get, because one of my mates had it. My goal was to get to the Flash, because not the Flash, Dash. Was to get to the dash thing because you're running super speed and you have to avoid getting run over and stuff like that. And that was my goal, to get onto that mission. And then when I finally did, I was like, I hate this mission. It's so impossible, but it's really fun.
Incredibles 2. If we get an Incredibles 2, that means they'll have beaten the Fantastic Four franchise because they'll have a good standing franchise of Fantastic Four characters.
Well, the original Fantastic Four got 2.
Yeah, I know, but these
the one
better.
with. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four movie ever made.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they just went, instead of because obviously, it's all happening now with Fox and some stuff might interrupt it, so it might not happen. If the deal falls through, someone in Hollywood just goes, no, this is not right. This this is a horrible deal. This is going to ruin movies forever. They just go, fine, we'll just put The Incredibles in.
Oh my god!
I just see so like a live action.
Thanos' Battle World. Is
That
just
could be a cool that could be a cool little fan casting, a live action Incredibles.
Would you like to?
Yeah, we'll talk about the next one.
I'm really excited for this one.
It's Ant-Man and the
Man, this
Wasp,
looks so good.
which again got a trailer very recently.
It did.
Which is very.
Do you know? Sorry, just talk about trailers. I'll know it's coming up. I'll talk about it later on. The film is coming up later on. I'll talk about trailers later.
Oh, I forgot to mention as well. I foreshadowed it, but I didn't pay it off. Han Solo coming out in May. It's going to interrupt. It's going to Disney. You're interrupting one of the films that could possibly take Avatar away from that top spot with your own film.
Yeah.
Also, as well, if it's coming out in May, why is it not coming out in May the 4th? Tangent over. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Positive vibes.
It's gonna be good shit. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, what did you think of the trailer? Because I'll be honest, with most of these, our initial reaction is going to be the same. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it.
So by the end of this, everyone's going to be like, we get it. You want to see them all.
No.
But like, what did you think of the trailer?
We're listening to a show called Geek of the Week, and geeks are excited from nerd films. Wow, what a surprise!
I know, right? But what are you?
The trailer was.
What did you think of the trailer?
The trailer was good. There were a few shots in there. The Pez scene where she throws the Pez.
Yeah,
that was great.
It was like the Thomas Tank Engine scene.
And the shrinking building and the. Was it?
See,
you gave her wings.
Yeah.
Yep. And blasters. Yep. You didn't have that tech available for me? No, I did.
Yeah.
That was good.
No, yeah, that was hilarious. There's a funny thing about that that building thing, because that's caused a bit of controversy. Some people are just like, I just want physics explained, your movie physics explained to me. Like, if this wasn't a Marvel film, I feel like there'd be more outrage on it, but because Marvel, we sort of accept it. But like, wait, so if it shrinks down, what you said with the, like, because with Ant-Man, when he shrinks down, when he throws a punch, he still has the weight
you're
of
talking
a
about
human.
this thing again.
So like, when the building,
5 more minutes and I can swear.
When the building shrinks, does it still have the same weight? I mean, fair enough. Like, you never know. Hank Pym might be super strong and just be like, yeah, fine. And there's the other thing as well. Like, I can't claim this. This was said by another podcast. But like their worry was like all the stuff inside, like all the desk, are they stapled in? Are they gonna, otherwise when he's rolling it about, everyone's gonna move about. Also, and if there's people in there,
I was gonna say to do that building, you must have 2 giant wires, 2 giant poles going through to make it a suitcase.
Well, that's a cool thing as well, because they show the building at first, and it's got one of those, like, the sort of heating things, like the air vents.
Yeah.
So the air vents clearly are the thing.
Yeah.
Or the handle. So I was like, that's a cool little nod, yeah. Like, so they're clearly thinking about it.
All right.
But I can't imagine them waiting like 10, 15 minutes explaining the Incatrees to
What was there's one of the most relatable moments in
it was The Office. The little office skit where it's like, oh no, God, no.
One of those
everybody run.
One of the most relatable moments in Ant-Man is like when he goes, first move should be calling the Avengers. Like, first move should be calling other people that are better than me.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, from the first one. Yeah, I feel like he's accepted the hero role more. It's great when he when he goes to it. If Captain America, if I asked you, would you have come? And it's like, you wouldn't have got caught. And I was like, oh, brilliant.
We don't know much about the villain.
Ghost,
I thought he looked like a rip-off Moon Knight, but that's just me.
That's because you're a Moon Knight fan.
That's because I'm a Moon Knight fan.
You're like, I want it to be Moon Knight. I want any relation to Moon Knight.
Anything.
No, it's cool. We also got to look at
Lawrence Fishburne.
Goliath.
Yep.
Yeah. He's he dies in the Civil War comic. Spoiler. He gets killed by Claw.
Oh,
or Ragnarok.
Oh, okay.
His actual name, Claw.
Oh, the Thor Claw.
Yeah, Clone 4.
Oh, 5 more
that's
minutes.
That's what Spidey calls him. That's my headcanon. But yeah, so that'd be pretty cool because he in the comics he gets similar powers to Giant Man. He gets to grow big. So imagine seeing a giant Lawrence Fishburne. I also like how, because there's been a lot of trend recently of like former Marvel actors going over to DC, and now he's like, I don't think they're going to do many more, so I'm going to go over to here where it's doing quite well.
They don't need me in Man of Steel or Justice League.
Yeah, they don't need Perry White, do they? Yeah.
Would you like to go to...
Well, I'm thinking, what time are we on? Because we can play No songs in about 5 minutes, so that would probably... that would probably save us, so we can talk about the next thing, and then.
Alright.
You know
Okay,
what I mean?
sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Also, the next film's really good, and I want to talk about the next film.
I know.
'cause
It's got the most important bit of facial hair in movies. I'm going, and that's a bold.
It is. No,
it's a
you're
bold statement, at
Um,
least of recent times, because
yeah.
there's probably been old-timey films where I was like, what's
Oh,
that?
okay, Gandalf's beard, maybe.
Nah, they could have faked that. Like, I feel like there's no controversy. This mustache,
Hugh Jackman's sideburns.
so much controversy. Nah, I feel like this is even because this is affecting 2 films, 2 franchises as well.
Yeah, this is obviously Mission Impossible 6. This is Henry Cavill's mustache.
Mission Impossible 6, mustache.
What they didn't blur out, well, kind of tried to blur out for Justice League.
Oh,
but-
it's Mission Impossible 5.5 trying to edit out Mark Hamill's mustache. That proved to be the most impossible mission of them all.
Henry Cavill's.
Henry Cavill. What did I
Said
say?
Mark Hamill.
Oh, I wish it was off. Off.
No. Can you imagine if it's Mission Impossible and they have to undo the logistics of the Justice League night? Like, oh god, we made a PR disaster.
Yeah.
And it's like Tom Cruise running
they have
around
to-
being like, we gotta hunt them down.
That's all Tom Cruise. All Tom Cruise would do was just run around DC.
No.
Just see him running around the
Can you
Warner
imagine-
Brothers
can you
lot.
imagine- Yeah, running.
And then he jumps on, the giant tank, and he's like, "Why are you jumping up that? I do my own stunts. Don't question me."
He's running around the tank with a giant shaver, and he's just be like, I gotta get his mustache.
I got the mustache. Look, it's up there.
I don't know, but
The Animaniacs are just going, what is going on
I'm
here?
really excited for Mission Impossible 6.
You know what's hilarious? So, like, it dropped. The Super Bowl trailer dropped with all the others.
So good.
But that was when I went on YouTube to watch other trailers. That was the trailer that kept coming up, and it just keeps coming up. So I'm like,
Mission, I watched it.
They got that
and
AdSense.
I watched it, and the timings and the lines in it and the stunts.
Obviously
and
the music.
and like what he does and just the way it's been scripted and like when he throws the man through the window just looks epic. It's epic.
It's the first Mission Impossible film as well that's been the directors getting a second go, because usually, and to be fair, I always thought it was cool that they they always passed it on, because obviously J.J. Abrams did one, Brad Bird's done one, like they've all sort of
Christopher McQuarrie.
Yeah, they've all sort of had their one, and then they've they won and they've passed it on, which I think's always been really cool.
Did Edge of Tomorrow. He wrote Edge of
And
Tomorrow.
did Jack
Reacher, Mission
Reacher.
Impossible. Wow.
Loves a
He's
bit of
done
Tom
He's
Cruise.
done a bit.
But yeah, that's cool. Tom Cruise broke his foot.
Did he?
Doing one of his stunts.
He's broken his nose like 14 times, I think.
Nose is fine though. But yeah, no, he went on to Graham Norton and showed a clip. He jumped across a building and
Smashed his nose.
broke his foot.
Wow.
I know, yeah.
He's broken everything though.
That guy, fair play. Commitment to
He's
him.
broken
Bit
it.
crazy.
Yeah,
Bit crazy.
He's broken so. Yeah, no, I'm really excited for Mission, but honestly, I was talking about it with you the other day, and I'm excited for it maybe more than most superhero movies.
There's a thing as well. It's like, is Tom Cruise gonna finally make out with someone in a film?
Well, that what's her name?
Rebecca Ferguson.
Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah.
She's a really good actress. She is fantastic.
Yeah. No, it's a good crew. Simon Pegg as well.
Simon Pegg,
Great comedy
he's
relief.
He's one of the best people in that franchise.
I'm surprised he's not.
Bring it back.
I'm surprised they've not given him not directors or a writers thing, because he's done quite a bit for that Star Trek stuff, hasn't
he? You did, yeah. Didn't you write a bit of 3?
Yeah. Him and J.J. Abrams are good mates anyway. But I'm surprised he's not done something more for it.
Would we like to go to a little song and then we
we've
can go
got
back
that
to
1 minute, haven't we? And we can play
Honestly,
play anything we want.
Honestly, I'm more excited.
And we can say anything.
Honestly, I'm more excited to swear, and we've talked through a bunch of films now.
Yeah, sure.
But this is okay. So coming up,
very fitting as well, because the next film we talk about has an R rating. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Our one of my favorite bands. I listened to a bunch of these. They've got a new album coming out. They're the Killers. Everybody knows them. This is The Man by the Killers. Everybody in the chat, hello.
Oh, so it's not a no song.
No, it's not a no-no
right.
song.
So
It
we
might
didn't
do.
we didn't really need to.
I can play the one I think is about Trump, if you want. I think.
No, play the song that you've just set up, because I feel like if you don't play that, it's.
Anyway, we hope you're all having a great time. Geek the Way. We'll be talking. We've got about 4 more films left. Then
Love that Mr. Brightside's the top one.
It is.
We know what you want.
We know you want a pie. You know.
We know that you pressed the Killers for one particular reason.
Somebody told me it's really nice. We'll be talking comics. We'll be talking TV shows. You're listening to a very angry Welshman and a very chilled Mancunian.
Jacob's gone to get water, I think. so it's just me for now. Sorry, I'm doing like two people's jobs now to stop the music and record. There we go. Oh, is there a question? I might answer. Well, we can talk about it now. He's back. Phil's got a question. Do we reckon Bruce Banner's penis changes sizes and colour when he transforms? I reckon it's definitely green.
Definitely green.
Definitely green or grey, depending on how he's feeling. Oh, shout out to Flat 32. I did the shout out without you.
You did them all?
Yeah, because...
What, you did 1, 2, 3 and Flat 32?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
Just because you weren't here, and then I was like, I had to literally do like
I'm sorry.
all these different jobs.
I was getting your drugs for you.
Oh, it's fine.
We get to swear now, motherfucker!
Yeah.
We get to swear!
Woo!
Yes!
Still going to keep the sugar honey iced tea as PG as possible.
I'm not. I don't care.
But yeah, to answer your question, Phil, I reckon... Well, there's like a college humour skit. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that as canon because she gets incredibly disappointed. Oh, you want Jacob to do it? Okay, yeah.
All right, Flat 132. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just trying not to swear. I think Hulk's penis stays.
I reckon it stays the same because.
What size?
Yeah.
So you think it's tight? It's like whatever.
Well, like in retrospect, like Bruce Banner could have a huge dong, and then when it, once he gets big, it just becomes well in comparison. Have you not seen the College Humor skit where he's like, having sex with the Hulk, and it's like, and she goes, oh, she tries to get him angry, like hits him and everything, and she goes, oh, I reckon it's that. I reckon like it could be he could be a serious grower, like a super serious grower, like if his it's like his wiener is getting angry as well. So
I was gone for a minute, 30 seconds. I come back, we're talking about Hulk dick.
Well, that was the question. I was addressing the chat board and things got crazy. And pretty fit in the next film we're talking about, and now it's like we can swear because it's an R-rated film. Venom. Got a poster today, and it's getting a trailer tomorrow.
Venom's getting. I get because I saw the poster. I was like, trailer tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait.
Dope, and also very cool. Oh no, I've got the pen again. Apologize.
No, put the pen down.
I've got to do stuff with my hands. Very cool.
He's like a cassette editing dick, so he's like a cat.
Very cool little tidbit was Tom Holland on set. So Peter Parker is supposedly in the film. I was kind of hoping Spider-Man, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, Peter technically the same person. But this is really cool because this film comes out after Infinity War, and it semi-confirms my little theory of like he's gonna pick up the symbiote suit. Or at least a symbiote in space and then bring it back with him. Like, he might not... I was thinking, that Iron Spider suit's getting destroyed and he's going to have this... But I like how the guy left as soon as he answered his question. Brilliant.
Great.
I find it... Like, I think it'll be like the Iron suit will get destroyed and then that's when the Venom... That's my thinking. But it might just be like it goes onto his shoe and he goes, oh, what's this? And then he kicks it away. But it's really cool because as well, Homecoming 2 apparently are casting looking for a feline. They were looking for Gwen a while back, but looking for like a feline female, which is like Black Cat. So that's linking with their other film. So it's a really cool thing. It's a really weird thing where like Spider-Man is both in the Marvel universe, Disney Marvel universe, and also in the Sony universe. Which, if you're a mathematician, by subsets means that the Sony universe is in the Marvel universe, but probably in the same relation that the TV universe has, like in a very similar, we don't really talk about it.
This is going over my head.
But this is really cool. It's not too much to think. But yeah, I think it's really cool because it's hard to do Venom without Spider-Man and without even Peter Parker because that suit, it takes it uses him as the host, and that's where he gets the spider's powers from. Because a symbiote doesn't have spider powers. It's only when he bonds with Peter that it does. So that's you can't do it. I'm interested to see what route they take because Eddie Brock has either been a jealous photographer who hates Peter Parker and Spider-Man because it's very similar to the Spider-Man 3 story of like he ruined his reputation as a as a journalist. It was a story that involved Spider-Man, but Peter Parker ruined his life, so he hates them too. The symbiote hates them because they split up with him, and then it's a toxic thing. In the Ultimate Comics, Eddie Brock is a childhood friend of Peter. Don't really see Tom Hardy and Tom Holland they're not that close in age, like when you think about it, and I don't really see them being childhood friends, but that's their sort of like parents work on the Venom symbiote together, so it doesn't actually come from space, so they'll do what they do with everything, they'll mix stuff together.
I know a huge, obviously, giant Spider-Man fan, and I think everybody knows this, but my intake and take on all this Venom film is, I like Carnage. Carnage is cool. I really like Carnage.
Carnage is cool. I reckon Carnage will get his own
film. Question mark? I think.
I can't see him. It'll be like a Lethal Protector. Anything. Did someone just say? Oh, hey, Gary, my boy. Yeah, it'll be the Lethal Protector. Like he's had so many solo series, but that Lethal Protector was the first one, and it's also the one they brought back in Legacy because Legacy was sort of like, oh, we're going to title each character by their best-selling thing. Oh. That's why Hulk had, like, Planet Hulk. Oh. But, yeah, Lethal Protector was the big story. Then he had a load of weird 90s stories, and it was a bit touch and go. But then he had Carnage. I reckon maybe a post-credit scene for Carnage, but I reckon Carnage will be a big film once this has been a success. It'll be like Venom vs. Carnage, or might even be like Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, or it might just be a film called Maximum Carnage. And then, depending on how the deal works out, you might have Spider-Man and Venom vs. Carnage, which would be lit.
Did you want to go on about
because this is your
split.
Although, funnily enough, I've read this comic. This is hilarious because you're a huge X-Men guy. I've read this big story, and so it's like we sort of like combine together.
We do, yeah.
So it's really
like
cool.
A symbiote.
Like a symbiote. Or like a phoenix with a Jean Grey.
Yes.
Do you want to be Jean Grey or do you want to be the phoenix?
I'll be Jean Grey. I'll be the redhead teen.
I'll be the
You'll be the powerful Phoenix Force.
Oh, cheers.
Although this is I am reading stuff now. I'm reading Phoenix Resurrection, which is really good, and I haven't picked up the last issue, and I really should go pick it up. But I can't wait.
Need to pick up.
I'm excited to see Dark Phoenix. I know obviously it is carrying like the bearings of Last Stand, and it's carrying the bearings of one of the last.
Yeah,
X-Men.
because I find it hilarious because he's done it again. He set up in X-Men 1 and X-Men 2. He set up Dark Phoenix,
but
left
didn't do
it.
Brian
Singer, done it again. Set up Dark Phoenix, not doing it. I'm just like, oh, come, dude, just finish what you like. I feel like he's intimidated by it. He's like, I really want to see. I reckon he's like, I really want to see it happen, but I don't want the pressure of doing it. The TV series did a really good thing of it. Did a good version of it.
That was really 90s. Good.
So like, if they did something similar to that, like it's quite interesting. So, like reading it because it's quite an old comic, not like
it's like 8.
Yeah,
actually, fine. I'm gonna give
like
you can...
So it was cool to read because it was one of those like historian comics where you're like, oh, I've got to read this because almost 1 in 3 X-Men films is going to be based off this.
This is, I mean, not unless it's a Wolverine film.
Yeah, unless it's a Wolverine film.
1980.
1980, yeah, and like obviously it's Jean Grey heavy, but it's very much in space. But I don't think the film will do that.
Films are not going there.
No, like it'd be cool to see like mutants in space, but I don't really see them doing that.
I've seen stuff about the Shi'ar Empire coming in. I've seen stuff about Lilandra.
Big one for Sophie Turner.
Yep.
Because she's done a bits and pieces in it, and like in the franchise, but she's not really been like
in Apocalypse,
the star of it. She was in Apocalypse.
She was in Apocalypse.
Yeah, she was in Apocalypse. Yeah. I thought you said she wasn't, and I was like,
wait, what?
Did I just see her? Did I pretend I saw a ginger person? Yeah.
I haven't had anything for you. When's it out? Sorry, when did you say it was out? What, November? October?
November, yeah. I think it was one of them that got affected by Fox moving stuff about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny because we've seen a trailer for New Mutants, but not this. But then again, New Mutants was supposed to be out this year, and
I was sad about New Mutants. It was really unfortunate.
I know that's cool. Apparently, they are reshooting some stuff though to make it more horror. So that's pretty cool because they did that trailer, and then people like, I know I'm not a fan of horror.
We don't like horror.
Kind of scared of horror. I mean, that's the intent, but like, there's a limit.
I think we'll probably get a trailer for that at Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah, we'll probably get
Good
something
shout.
for that.
Or while there's buzz about Deadpool as well.
Yeah, easily.
They're like, we've got another film. Also, as well, we didn't mention this with Deadpool. This is a little. If you saw this, fair play, because I didn't see it the first time. Terry Crews is in the film. Terry Crews is stood there. He stood there next to. It's 139 on the trailer.
What?
I've done a comment. If you go on YouTube, it's 139.
Wait.
1 minute, 39 minutes in.
I'm gonna check who he's playing.
Oh right, yeah, he's playing like because he's a Cable. It's like a teammate of Cable in one thing. So I thought you'll know.
Yeah. Well, I know I've got.
It's like the six. Yeah, I think it's like the 6-pack or something.
Yeah.
But like no one officially knows what he's playing yet. But he's a character in it. But he's really, yeah. Terry Crews is in a film and it's a Deadpool film. That's really cool. Not that he's in a film, that he's in a comic book film. Oh my goodness, Terry Crews is in a film. But yeah, no, I love that. Like just seeing him in that little bit was.
I've got
cool.
this issue because I'm looking at it now. I've got this issue. There, he's probably that one.
Yeah.
I've got.
Nice.
Yeah.
What you didn't see was Jacob pointed to the one black member of the team.
Thank you, utter asshole. It's not him. I hate you so much.
Oh, it's probably him. I was like, well done, Jacob.
I hate you so much. None of these have got photos on them.
Yes, it's okay. No one cares. I mean, you care, but no one's going to be like, oh no, how did you not know he's playing da da da? But yeah, Terry Crews is in it. That's pretty cool. Do you want to talk about? We're nearly at the end, guys.
Yeah,
we're in December.
We got 2 more films left.
And then we'll talk about.
And then we can talk about
other stuff.
We have coming up.
Yeah.
This is
loving it. So Star Wars don't have a film in December, which I'm a bit disappointed by because I thought that was their territory. But the thinking is now in my head at least is that Han Solo was a test to see if they could do 2 films in 1 year, doing like a Star Wars story film and then an anthology film in December. So like totally owning, just totally owning the year. Sort of like how Marvel have done, which would be incredible as a Star Wars fan to see 2 Star Wars films a year that are both good, or at least one of them is good and one of them's okay. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But we do have a good film coming out in December, Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. So this is the animated film. That was so hard to come out of my head then, I don't know why.
GW Bridge!
With
I found you Terry Crews is playing!
Seems to be playing. Shout out to Screen Rant.
Thank you, Screen Rant. Sorry, I'm really pissed off.
I was it may seem like I was stalling. It's because I was.
It's because I was Googling.
So yeah, Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. This is an animated film by Sony. It's showing Miles Morales' story, which is going to be really cool. I'm quite excited to see. The trailer showed this incredible style of animation. The suit looked cool. It was like this new do-up suit, and cosplayers are already starting to do it. So that's really sweet to see. And there was that little bit.
Style.
There was a little bit at the end, like, so how many of us is there? Yeah. And then it was like Enter the Spider-Verse. I was like, yes, because before Marvel and Sony worked out their dealership, I was like, this is how you make a universe. You do it. You set up a Spider-Verse. You do a Miles Morales film. You do a Spider-Man 2099 film. You can do a Spider-Gwen film. You can do a Spider-Man Noir, which would probably bomb.
No. Wait, stop. No. Roll the... You don't like Spider-Man Noir because the damn game.
Yeah, Shattered Dimensions, because he was the most boring one, and he was the one I didn't complete the game, which is so frustrating. But yeah, aside from that, and you could do Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, you could mix it all. That would be my dream film, but I don't think we're going to see that, so that's okay. I'm totally fine with that.
Andrew Garfield.
I'm now happy that Spider-Man's in the MCU. That's a cool little what's it called? Consolation.
Yeah.
I can do English.
I like it. I like the animation style.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I want to see more.
Yeah, and it's incredible. Like he's got a trailer already out in December. Lord and Miller have done a load of work on it. But I think Sony really want to start.
Lord and Miller are still working on it, aren't they? Or they've this project.
Sony really want to do animation as well, and I'm like, fair play to them, because that'd be a cool way to have their own Spider-Verse that isn't, connected to, their lot of films, which is again connected to Spider-Man, which is the middle ground, which is connected to the MCU. Layers, like onions and ogres.
Layers, onion. Oh, layers, onion boy.
Layers,
onion
layers. Last film we're going to talk about. It's going to be very brief because
sorry, Gary. Sorry, it's Aquaman.
It probably won't happen in 2018. Actually, no, I tell a lie because they've wrapped productions on it.
Yeah, got it.
Aquaman. This is the only film DC are bringing out next year.
I mean, it looks alright. They've got Mirror.
Well, we've seen
some stills. We've
Jurassic. Justice League was a thing.
The bit I hated in Justice League. Spoilers for Justice League. The bit I hated in Justice League was when they made this crappy air bubble around them, and they dropped all this bloody backstory, and they were like, what were they saying? It was like, oh, you're the queen and the king, and they kicked you out, and it was just like, wait, stop.
See, that's what I mean. That's a whole film we need to go see. Because that's the thing with Justice League. This is sort of more going to be a recap of Justice League. Was the characters who we'd already seen and developed with, I enjoyed, really, their stories were easy to digest. Flash, I think story was easy to digest because you're just like, it's basically what it is on the TV show. But Aquaman's was really hard because not many people are going to know Aquaman's backstory anyway. So that's the guy you should sort of explain to. I'm hoping this film fills in a load of blanks.
They literally just dropped it and went, no, you're the king, you're the queen.
Yeah, and it's just like, most people know about him is, he's the sea dude. But it'd be cool to see what they do underwater and...
I want to see, because they've got, oh my god, what's his name from Watchmen? They've got somebody from Watchmen. They have got somebody from Watchmen. I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah. I was gonna say because Flash's dad is from Watchmen.
Yeah, they've got Amber Heard.
They've got the dude. They've got a traitor, someone who used to do in Marvel. Willem Dafoe.
Nope. Patrick Wilson.
Nicole Kidman.
The dude who plays
Oz. Yeah. Thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, pretty cool.
Crazy.
James Wan as well. Guy did Fast and Furious.
He did do because they picked him up immediately after.
Yeah, they were like, whoa! If you can make money for those films, you must be some kind of miracle worker. We are.
Are we done with films now?
2018 is done.
We are done with films.
We're never going to talk about any of those films ever. No, joking. That's basically a preview to. So if you enjoyed us talking about them, that's basically going to be the year. If you didn't enjoy it, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you're not going to enjoy the year. Would you like to go to your song now?
Yes.
Would you like to do a little introduction to this?
It's explicit. No, this is At My Age by Hoodie Allen. Features in Spider-Man Homecoming. Funny enough, most of Spider-Man Homecoming's track list is explicit. They just don't show it in the trailers. But yeah, enjoy the song, man. Guys. Smooth.
I was not ready. I was not ready.
Pause.
No, wait, no, I'm not ready. Okay. I'm good.
You're sleeping on it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
We're on TV now, guys.
Oh, TV. Wait, well, okay.
The television.
Oh, God, I'm totally out of it.
TV killed the radio, man.
I wanted that all in caps. Okay. Well,
that happened.
We're talking about
TV.
Marvel, Krypton, Cloak and Dagger, Gotham, Legion, Walking Dead, Riverdale. They're all done. Okay, on to comics.
we're just gonna have a little chat about TV in 2018. So, CWDC shows.
Oh man.
Where'd you stand on them?
They're alright.
Fan.
Arrow, crap.
Want 'em, yeah.
Supergirl, I need to catch up on.
Supergirl's gone down. It's not.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh well.
It's gone like, you remember the first trailer?
Yeah.
When it was all like, God, and like Saturday Night Live took the mick out of it with like Black Widow. Apparently, it's getting very close to that.
I need to see the end of season 2. Or the start of season 2 as well.
Flash is picking up.
It's so
picking
rad.
Up. It's cool as well. He's done a very good thing of referencing the best season 1.
Yeah.
But no, I think the Thinker's a great villain. It's kind of cool not seeing a speedster and like, just his plan. His plan's so much secure and like actually, thought out. Like previously, it's just been like, right, he's got to run for some reason, and the villain's got to run for another reason. But now it's sort of like, we're gonna test the team. Yeah, because he's not trying to kill anyone.
And
the Thinker's not trying to kill.
Man is so cool.
Yeah, they've introduced it. Yeah,
great.
He's hilarious. He's a nice little moral thing as well for the team as well. Like, there was a moment with him and Joe which I thought was incredible recently. where Joe was like, you know, he was going to take a dark path. No spoilers here. He was going to take a dark path, but then elongated man's been through that, and he goes, no, you don't want to do that, trust me. But he does it in a way where it's like, oh yeah, you do that, and then this will happen, and it's like, you know, it makes him reconsider, and it's brilliant. Titans is coming.
Titans? Oh god, that is happening, isn't it?
They're getting like they're just filling it with a load of Titans, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, just wanted to say that I was looking forward to that. Really, nothing else.
Legends
is coming back and getting everyone in it. Wally West is going to be in it. Constantine's going to be in it. Constantine's going to be flirting with Citizen Cold. Citizen Cold's back. That was one of the weirdest things. Was like, hang on, your boyfriend's from Earth 1, but you want to go visit it?
Yeah.
It'd be like, imagine going out, like, having a partner and going like, I'm going to go to your hometown, but without you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit, okay, but because it's Citizen Cold, I'm willing to accept it.
Man,
And
I can't wait till Legends.
We get to have Wentworth Miller back on the show.
We get to binge watch Flash and Legends. Oh, Wentworth Miller as well. He's leaving, which makes me sad.
Because this is like his last. I'm going to be done with the Arrowverse after this, which is a bit upsetting. Black Lightning apparently is doing cool. I think we're going to binge that. Give it a binge because it's one of them, and it's sometimes like when the couple of episodes, you're like, it takes a while to get into some of these shows. So I think it'd be cool just to, give it a few episodes. Then once I get into the role of things, Marvel, I've got Marvel Netflix. Jessica Jones trailer today.
I didn't see it.
Really dope. Yeah, it was cool because it was
it.
more about her past before Purple Man.
Yeah.
There's a cool little reveal at the end. Well, cool-ish. Some people being like, oh, I thought that was over in season 1, but that was
Purple Man comes back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
The lighting is purple, so there you go. But they talk about it's more about her past and how she got brought back to life from an accident and how it still haunts her. And then, poor girl, she's got so much going on in her head.
Do you know what? I was thinking about this today. I watched Jessica Jones a while ago, and I watched it once, so I might actually watch it again.
Rewatch it.
I might rewatch Jessica Jones
because she's in the trailer as well. They talk about how she's been all this superhero crap's following me around now, and it's a cool little thing. It's like, do you know Captain America? And you're just like, oh god,
you will do in Avengers Infinity War.
And she keeps like walking away from her. It's cool. It's crazy to think though, because Bendis, another shout out for him. Jesus. He's the one who wrote Jessica Jones. Originally, he wanted it to be Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, because he's a huge Spider fan. But Marvel like, no, we need a new character. So he's like, fine, I'm changing one bit of her name, Jones, and I'm making it canon that she went to school with Peter Parker. Yeah, I did it. But he only did like one story arc, which they've already done with her. And now she's in the main universe, and they've sort of gone back to that. But it's all the stuff with Purple Man, so it's kind of interesting because the TV show could explore stuff of their own.
Yeah.
And I think they might lean in more to like her past, but also like as it goes on, they're gonna have to lean more into like Defenders and stuff like that.
The next show on the list, right? You can disagree with me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one sentence about this show.
Yeah.
And if you disagree with me, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
If you agree with me, we can just go straight on to the next show.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Krypton is a series coming out based on Krypton, the planet, and is shit, and we don't need it.
Yeah, it's basically Gotham and Smallville.
Yeah.
It's the worst part of like.
Okay, next TV show.
No, I just need to address this. Why do we need?
We don't need it.
Why do we? No, who is asking for TV shows based on comic book heroes without the hero? I'm like, no, because apparently it's going to be Lex Luthor in Lois Lane. I'm like, okay,
what?
Yeah, it's like going to be based around them a bit as. Some of it's gonna be connected to them. I was like, oh, why? And why did you not learn the lesson from Smallville? Because I was talking to someone about this the other day. When I was younger, I did not realize Smallville was a show about Superman.
Oh,
no clue at all. And now that I'm older, Booster Gold was in it, and they had all these cool heroes. Like Kid Flash was in it. They had all these cool episodes of all these heroes, but not Superman until the very end. It's like, come on, in Gotham. Oh my goodness. Just have him be Batman or don't have him be Batman, and make him look like a decent Batman, not a condom.
No, you're right.
And also mate, it's the whole. We can talk about Gotham. No, let's roll into Gotham. You looking forward to Gotham?
I'm trying, all right? I've got to be looking forward to it, Fraser.
Fish Mooney's still alive.
Yes.
Yeah, she's not gonna die. If she cheats.
No. What happened was she walked off. I think somebody had the chance to shoot her, but I think she essentially just walked off screen.
Yeah. She's just like, no, they're still paying me.
No, not Joker or Joker and Penguin are teaming up now. So.
Oh, great.
I tell you what, you can watch an episode of Gotham with me.
No, I'm good, mate.
Come on.
See, everyone hated on the first season. I didn't mind it because I was
mind the
like,
first season.
okay, this is pretty cool.
Actually, no, I didn't like the first season because it was slow, and then the second season it picked up.
To be fair, I binged it, so
Yeah.
it was all right for me. It was like, okay, this is cool seeing the Gotham, GCPD. That's cool. And then it was like, oh no, we're making all the things Batman apart from Batman. I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
Why?
Why though? And it's just like, and then they did the weird thing of aging up Poison Ivy, and then Bruce Wayne was a clone, and I was like, are you trying to base this as like a grim, realistic noir thing, or are you trying to do the crazy side of Batman? Because it's not even that you're doing Batman, you're doing the crazy side of Batman.
I like how sometimes when we do the show, we have me talking about Gotham, and I'm like, I'm excited to see the Penguin and the Riddler, and then we have sometimes you talk about it, and you're just like, yeah, no, fuck it.
No, don't just.
No.
Just
We
do
balance
it
it out.
better. Just do it better because I liked the development of Penguin in the first season, and that's why I get annoyed that Fish Mooney's still here because she was a character who just served his story.
Yeah.
And when once he went through, it was cool. I even liked the sorry, did I say Riddler? I meant Penguin.
Yeah.
I liked that she served I like Penguin's story. I like Riddler's story with the romance, and then it just got weird, man. And
Do you want to go to a song and then we talk
we'll power through TV.
Right,
we can smash through
right.
this.
Cloak and
Dagger.
Looks all right. Looks pretty.
It's coming out. There's a trailer.
Yep.
Cool.
Roxxon's tying it all in.
Yeah.
Cool. Legion.
Need to finish
season 1.
Legion season 2's coming out. Yeah, looks cool, man.
They released a poster for it. Actually.
They did, yeah.
And he's looking more and more comic accurate.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited for it.
Yeah, I think they've noticed that people are actually like into this, so that's really cool when a show like this gets a second season because they're like, okay, now we can do more comic book stuff.
Soon, I'll tell you what, soon we will actually watch season 1.
Yeah, we can.
Soon we will
because we've got part way through it.
I got through episode 5.
Yeah, same. And we watched the other one.
Gifted.
We
got our last few episodes of that.
We got through that quite well. Oh man, just so much on. This is a you part.
Oh, The Walking Dead. Oh no, there's too much fucking controversy around this.
So you don't want to talk?
No, I do. Like, is Carl dead? Is Carl alive? Carl's basically.
I saw. Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Rick's son is died or been bitten.
Yeah, but there's theories that he might be immune or something.
Yeah.
Never seen an episode of this show, and I know it all.
Yes, because I tell you.
Basically, know the story. Well, it's just like everyone talks about it, and I'm just like, oh. Right. It's amazing. There's this bit. I was in the staff room of where I work. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Do you watch Walking Dead?" And I was like, "No." And he still talks to me about it.
Oh, sweet.
And I was like, I mean, I can still make a conversation about it.
Game of Thrones fans have that.
Yeah, and I can do the same for Game of Thrones. I was like, that Tyrion.
That Tyrion Lannister, Cersei Lannister.
What a guy, Peter Dinklage. And like, yes.
It's all the shit that I've told you.
And then you just like, well, there is that, and there's also I just like to use common stuff as well.
Yeah.
See, I'm an educator, but it's also like, that Joffrey, man, am I right?
Oh, yeah.
And someone goes, this guy's seen the show. No, everyone knows Joffrey's a dick.
Yeah. You can call somebody a Joffrey, and everyone will go, wait, he's on board.
He knows. He's probably read the books as well. No.
Fraser, Game of Thrones is back in 2019. We're on 2018. We can't do this.
Yeah. Game of Thrones not coming out for a whole year.
2019, legit.
Wow. It's probably because all the other cast are busy on other stuff.
Yep.
And the writers as well.
Do you want to do Riverdale and Sabrina?
Quickly. Riverdale season 2. All right, mate. You're trying to rush. You're trying to rush Riverdale and Sabrina. No, Riverdale season. To be honest, Riverdale season 2's just as campy and cheesy as season 1 was. The first half of the season they were trying to find this Red Hood, and they were doing a load of comic book references and loads of publishing references. Like publishers of Archie, which was pretty cool. It was like, that was weird to see. I was like, oh my goodness, they're referencing their comics in a really deep way. But then they found the killer, and then recently I've been watching the second half of the season. It's like, Archie's like, I don't think I found the right kill. And I was like, oh, really? You're stretching this out? Because they started doing this like South Side versus North Side rivalry, which is pretty cool because Jughead's caught in the middle. Yeah, it's been all right. It's cheesy. It's so cheesy. It's like a pack of quavers. But that's why I love it. But season 1, really cool because they were hinting towards Sabrina. Not just Sabrina the Teenage Witch, you know, the one with Melissa from Melissa and Joey. No. Sabrina, The Haunted Tales of Sabrina, or whatever it's called. Are you just leaving?
No, I'm going to...
Are you leaving? Oh, Sabrina, no. You mentioned a B-list show that's on ABC Family. That's Melissa and Joey, not Sabrina, by the way. Yeah, Sabrina. So they're doing like the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is real. Like they've announced that they've even cast the girl. She looks like a young Sabrina. But yeah, this has been like that. That's a comic series that was like Archie horror, and it was a big like leader in that movement, and it's been really cool, and it's spanned like Jughead the Hunger, and it's really brought a light to brought new readers back to Archie, and it's done like Archie can do like other genres of stuff that isn't just cheese, and cheeseburgers. So yeah, that's really cool because they had the whole thing like there was Greendale, and then they played a bit of the song that was like the season of the witch. It was like, oh, are we gonna get some Sabrina stuff? But mainly now it's just like gang wars. Reminds me a lot of like West Side Story.
Oh my god!
Just because it's the two coming along,
crap.
and then there's like a Maria and Tony romance, and it's that kind of cheesy. Our last one isn't.
Why aren't they dead yet?
Isn't gonna last long, and that's Star Wars Rebels.
Why aren't they dead yet? Why are they fucking dead yet?
That's because that was our 2 predictions
For season 3.
For season 4 is either Darth Vader kills them all or Thrawn kills them all.
Or Thrawn kills them all, yeah.
Or both.
Genuinely.
Thrawn sets a trap for him and Vader just goes boom, boom, boom. Which I would watch. Yes. I would watch Vader killing a load of people.
We get to have a little Rebels moment with Kenobi.
It's just zoom, 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 zoom.
Genuinely, if the I've seen the trailers and it looks fucking weird. And I'm done. Well, I'm done with it. I just get to watch it online now.
I know there might be a time far, far from now where I binge Clone Wars and Rebels, but it just hurts me that they exist in canon a bit because just it's the stuff they do with Jedi lore and like everyone has a lightsaber, and it's like no, that used to mean something. It means something in the movies. Like in a show, you're just making it. Oh, everyone had a lightsaber. Okay.
Kanan's crap as well. Kanan's terrible.
I like Freddie Prinze Jr. though. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr.
He's a cool guy. And the guy who voices Darth Maul.
Oh, he's cool.
He's a Star Wars fanatic, and I'm glad he gets to do stuff for him. But aside from that, yeah, we're done with TV. When we come back, we're gonna do comics and video games.
We're gonna speed through comics and video games. We're gonna give the chat a shout out. We're gonna talk about anything you want to talk about.
Anything you want to talk about.
We do need to talk about Fantastic Beasts as well. We've had that.
That's the one. They're doing a show called Metropolis with Lois and Crypt. No.
We're going to talk about
both
of
things.
Them. No. We're going to give certain people shout outs and things like that. But yeah, we've got the last coming 20 minutes now.
We're entering the final portion of today's show.
That was Fleetwood Mac and The Chain. I love that song. And you reminded me of some Guardians too.
Guardians, yeah.
I love that song. I love it.
Decent song from Guardians. Who would have thought it? So the final part of this show is going to be comics and video games, but Jacob's probably going to do mentions.
Sorry, yeah. Fantastic Crimes of Grindelwald, Fantastic Beasts. We said we'd talk about it in movies.
Drama.
I haven't seen the first one.
Have you not? It's alright, it's pretty good.
Eddie
Redmayne's alright in it. He's a charming dude.
Also, I know that there's been a bunch of controversy around J.K. Rowling and the Johnny Depp casting and the
there's so much controversy. Right, should we leave it till next week? Because there's a lot of controversy and I can fill you in, and it's going to be more than 15 minutes.
That's very true, alright.
So sorry that we're not getting to talk about it, but when it comes out in November or whenever, we'll talk about it. Because it's... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's...
Okay, so video games, sorry.
Video games...
You got a PS4, which means we can play video play games now.
Spider-Man is coming out this year.
Sometime.
That's all I wanted to say. So some point in 2018, I'm going to be a very happy chap.
Like all Avengers.
Nah, mate. Spider-Man.
I know.
All the way. That's it for video. We're going to talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2. But
neither of us have
again,
got the money.
no, that's just a dangerous topic to talk about. But yeah, probably when I get the game, we'll talk about it and talk about our opinions on it because we're Star Wars fans.
So,
so the game should appeal to us. So we're going to talk about the two things. A DC really. This is comics now, BT Dub. DC and a report from the Hollywood Reporter on Marvel and the year 2017. And I'll read the title out because it's quite interesting. 2017, the year almost everything went wrong for Marvel Comics.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. So which one do you want to touch first? Do you want to touch DC first, or do you want to touch this Marvel thing first?
What do you mean DC?
Just talk about like Metal and Doomsday
I can
Clock.
talk about Metal Doomsday Clock, and then you talk about the article if you want.
Well, to be fair, I can talk about them as well. Like we
Okay.
can both talk about both.
Metal has had some controversy because it's going to like delays and that. And I read it, and it's not going down in quality. It's just getting fucking weirder.
Well, the thing is, like, because you lent me some, and I was like, okay, this is good. You like lent me the beginning, but I've been listening to some like reviewers on it because I was like, I don't know if I want to read the rest of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to read the rest of it. Read the rest of your stuff. So I was like,
honestly, I don't mind.
And then, but I was checking some reviews, and some reviews were like, yeah, this should have ended by now. And I'm like, okay. And like the tie-in books have just been like, oh, wacky Batman characters. And I was like, okay. Doomsday Clock as well is
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's been delayed a bit though.
It has.
But to be fair, that's only because they want the artist to.
Yeah.
He's going to take more time. So both of these, I'll be honest, they both seem as well like they'd be better digest in a trade. So I'm like, trade waiters, although it's going to kill them, they're going to have to wait for ages.
So
they're going to get a more concise story. But that's a lot of patience.
Yeah.
That's a lot of patience.
Doomsday Clock is absolutely amazing. I'm loving every page so far. Literally, I was reading it the other day, and you were sat next to me, and I was flicking through it. I was just enjoying every page. I was just like, this is cool, this references are going over my head, but I was watching it and I was just like...
That was incredible, yeah, because there was a reference. It's a load of Alan Moore stuff, because the two characters that definitely aren't Harley Quinn and Joker, definitely aren't Harley Quinn and
Mime
Joker.
and Marionette.
They went to the theme park in the playground from Killing Joke. And I remember I told you that, and you went, wait. And you flicked over and went, son of a...
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, how cool is that? So that was a cool little tidbit. It's nice that they're referencing a load more of Alan Moore stuff, and it's cool to sort of see how they're tying it in with the DC universe, and it's weird because this is basically making it so like, because before now Watchmen existed in its own universe, but now it's sort of like it's got its own.
Yeah.
So like it'd be interesting because some people now are gonna read it as like one story, and I'll be honest, I haven't watched Watchmen. I haven't read Watchmen. I know.
I'm doing it now.
Steaks and forks are like going to be coming to my
I'm
house.
trying to now.
But I'm actually contemplating reading Doomsday Clock, then reading Watchmen, and seeing what kind of aspect I get from there. Because I think that's a unique aspect that only a few people will have.
I'm gonna try and read Watchmen now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get through.
As long as it's because that will fill in the blanks as well whilst you're waiting for it as well. So that's a cool thing to do as well. You're like, that reference
as well.
makes
It's
sense.
very like they've referenced Batman and Superman. They've seen them, but they haven't.
Yeah, no, it's literally
like,
just been a nod. Like Batman's done some cool stuff with Rorschach, and Superman's appeared.
No, he woke up from a dream.
Yeah, it's really cool as well because I've been reading Action Comics because Booster Gold's in it, but he's doing some stuff like clearly. It's obvious that Dr. Manhattan doesn't want Superman in this universe.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing in Action Comics, semi-spoiler, that basically would mean Superman wouldn't exist anymore. And that's due to the Oz effect and all that storyline. So there's a whole thing. And basically, Booster Gold has to save time. So in theory, Booster Gold is saving DC Rebirth. And
nobody knows.
And no one knows. No one's going to know. He's the greatest hero no one's ever heard of. Even Superman has respect for him now. And yeah, basically, Booster Gold's going to be Dr. Manhattan. So that's going to be my little... oh yeah, wow.
Superman theory. Check out my gold theory.
Let's check out my Booster Gold. Right, you ready for...
I'm ready for this article, yeah. Go
so
for it.
2017, DC got a bit of a bashing for their films, but Marvel got a bit more of a bashing for what they did for
comics. Is this just Secret Empire?
No, this is...
Okay.
No, honestly, mate, this is a lot of stuff that happened in 2017. So in January... I think this is it. Right, I'll be straight out the bat. I think this is a good thing Marvel did, but apparently people were very unhappy with this. So Marvel, and I used to love picking up Marvel single issues because they did digital extras. So Marvel have their own little subscription thing. You pay so much a month and you can read as many digital titles as you want. But they've got a huge digital library. So what they did was, to promote people buying single issues, is they gave away like free comics on the digital thing. And I was loving it because in September, I was pretty broke before, student finance came. And I wanted to read comics. So I just went through all my old Marvel stuff and got loads of comics backdated. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm reading stuff I wouldn't read. But you know who wasn't a fan of that? Retailers. They were like, no, you're taking it away from us. No, like, people could have bought those comics. And they were comics no one was buying. I'll be honest. It was like Champions first issue. There was a Deadpool Back in Black. There was a random Spider-Man Miles Morales issue that was like Spider-Man 8. Yeah. These were just the ones I got. I was like, no one's buying them, mate. Yeah. I'll be honest. And really old Avengers titles. But yeah, like people were out going, this is outrageous. You're destroying small businesses. And I was like, not really. If anything, they're promoting it. And now Marvel only give out a digital copy of the first issue. And I'll be honest, if I was thinking, oh, am I going to buy this digitally or am I going to buy it physically? And I think, wait, for the same price of this physical copy, I can just buy it I'm buying it digitally. Whereas like before, if I saw a comic, I'm like, I'm getting 4 comics for the price of 1. I may as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's something I really want to keep and something. So it's just like, I'm on Marvel side for that. Call me a Marvel fanboy.
I remember we ranted about this, yeah.
But no, yeah, like I'm on their side. This is a hilarious story. In March, so the editor-in-chief, Alex Alonso. Oh no, this isn't the funny part. This is a bit of a dick thing you said. But there's another funny story. I'm mixing my stories up. So the editor-in-chief, Mr. Alonso himself, said, we can. Hang on, I need to check I'm recording. Oh yeah, I am. Sweet. Yeah, he said, we can hype our artists all we want, but I don't know how many artists besides these 2 artists absolutely move sales. So basically saying that artists don't sell comics.
Oh, wow.
Has he forgotten about Image and their whole existence? So that was a bit of a dumb move he made there.
I know he's faced a lot of controversy and things about that.
Yeah. Also, April, this was X-Men getting in a bit of controversy because the guy did
Gold?
No, he did hidden political references and things. Yeah, not good. And then recently there was a stuff with that Cable as well in it as well. That guy was.
Yeah.
Also as well, this just shows how deep it goes. Recently in Human Torch and the Thing, Marvel 2-in-1, there was a hilarious Trump joke made by Spider-Man. He said, oh, you're the second most hated orange person. That got removed because a higher up in Marvel is a Trump supporter, so that didn't go well. May was the whole Secret Empire, Captain America's history being rewritten. Don't worry, it turned out it was all fake out. It wasn't, it was a plot device. It didn't. It was all good juju. Don't worry. June, there's an announcement for Marvel Legacy. The main controversy there was just like some stuff was behind, like Captain America was behind. No big deal. I kind of like Legacy. Legacy's kind of like it's a new way to get people in. It's basically Rebirth. It's basically their own little Rebirth, but it's getting people in.
Any other controversy?
This is so in September again, Secret Empire. They sold spoilers to the New York Times.
Wow,
idiots! Like. This is the same company that are doing so well on the films. I just find it funny, like, DC films, down. DC Comics, way. Marvel films, way. DC, Marvel, oh, no, just...
Do you want to...
There was, I know, don't worry, we're nearly there.
No, it's fine.
We're nearly there. There's just hilarious one. Right, yeah, here it is. So it was Alonso again.
Oh, not again.
He had to step down because, so a while back, Marvel have this rule basically where you can't write and edit your own book. So this guy, Axel Alonso, made up a Japanese writer
Oh, for God's sake.
called Akira Yoshida through 2003 to 2005, which was him.
Yeah.
So he could write and edit his own books. And it all came to light in November, and he had to step down.
I literally just Googled it, and I saw
pretty bad times, not going to lie. December as well. This is the news you'll know most. Bendis left. Bendis going to DC.
To write Man of Steel.
Yeah, writing Man of Steel. More Superman books.
Yep.
Which is great. But this is a bit worrying for them because Bendis writes a load of their books.
Yeah, I know.
And I know a load of comic fans have been worried because it's like, oh no, Bendis is going to DC. And Bendis gets a bad name now, but I'm going to stick up for the guy purely because he's the main reason I think the MCU is as good as it is, because he did this whole thing around the 2000s, him and Mark Miller sort of with Civil War, where he built all these great events, which we're seeing now in films. Like he made a new Avengers. He made Avengers cool again. People weren't reading Avengers, and he went, you know what? You know why they're not reading it? Because the team sucks. And he brought in Spider-Man and Wolverine, and he made Avengers interesting again. He started the Ultimate Universe of Ultimate Spider-Man, and then that whenever you see like the Nick Fury that is Samuel Jackson in comics, that was from that. And he's just spanned so much. He's created new characters like Miles Morales, Riri Williams. Jessica Jones, all these diverse characters, and people go, oh yeah, but he's just a fat, bald white man. And I found out something interesting. He actually he adopts kids from all different backgrounds, so like multiracial backgrounds.
I did see that. Yeah.
So he does, and he said, I'm not making these characters for character's sakes or because I'm being told to. It's like it's so his children can have things, which I just think is it's just nice, isn't it, mate? Just nice. You know what? He gets a lot of stick, but he gave me Ultimate Spider-Man, so I'm always going to give him a bit of benefit of the doubt.
But anyway, that wraps our first show back.
The show that is Geek of the Week.
That wraps our first show back. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody who listened throughout. We're gonna play you out on one of our favorite closing songs. Thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah.
We're gonna be back.
It's the closing song. Closing time.
We're gonna be back soon. We're back next Wednesday. Thank you everybody for listening. We'll be talking.
Thanks for listening. If you listened on Bay Radio, thanks for listening. If you listened on our Podbean, thanks for listening. If you listened on YouTube, and thank you to our sponsors, Charles Xavier School. Check them out.
This is closing.